Hey guys, this is Pang reporting to you live from Samsung's Unpacked event in Barcelona, and in front of me we have the new Samsung Galaxy S5. Yep, doesn't look much different from here, looks just like the S4 from last time, but turn it around and there you go, look at that electric blue, and look a little bit closer, there's the new heart rate sensor in the Galaxy S5. But before we go any further, let's take a look at what's new on the Galaxy S5 this time. As you can see, the UI is pretty much the same, but with the addition of a magazine mode. The new UI that we've been looking at actually belongs here. Let me just have a look at the settings. So gone are the 4 tabs, 4 columns at the top, and they're now all easy mode, so to say. All little 1 buttons on the top. Now the new addition to the Galaxy S5 of course is with the fingerprint sensor. You can't really see it here, but if you go back to the settings, one cool thing about the fingerprint sensor here is the option to pay by PayPal that's integrated into the fingerprint scanner. In any case, let's talk a little bit about the specs. So as you can see, this is running on the latest Android 4.2 KitKat. And then as for the display, we've got a new 5.1-inch Super AMOLED Full HD screen. Now, as you can see from the side, it's straight, it's not curved in any way. As for the processor, we've got a 2.5 GHz quad-core, that's 2 gigs of RAM, and storage options of up to 16 or 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, with an option to expand via microSD up to another 64 gigabytes. Now, another new addition to the Galaxy S5 is actually quite something that people have been looking out for a long time, especially with Samsung devices. They don't really show it here, but the Galaxy S5 is IP67 rated for dust and water resistance, which is great compared to the fact that Sony has had this for a very long time now, so it's great to have Samsung join the board. Unfortunately, the design is still pretty much the same. Now, in terms of battery, Samsung has again bumped up the battery capacity of its flagship smartphone with a new 2800 mAh battery on the Galaxy S5. Now, you may not even need it because there is a new ultra power saving mode which increases the standby time by up to 8 days. Let's try that out. So as you can see, power saving mode turns everything to grayscale to reduce contrast on the screen, and let's try this out. There you go. Oh, it's taking some time. Well, by the looks of it, even activating ultra power saving mode is taking up some time, but the home screen has been changed as well. So you see, as you can see, there's a limited amount of functions that you can do while on ultra power saving mode, and the home screen has been reduced to just 6 icons. Now let's talk a little bit about how the Samsung Galaxy S5 feels on the hand. Now as a whole, it just feels a lot like the Galaxy S4 from last year, with not much change in terms of dimensions. But the big difference here is with the back cover. So while the Galaxy S4 had a pretty glossy black back cover, this one has a rubberized matte finish with a perforated design that actually helps a lot in terms of your grip with one hand. In terms of build quality, it feels a lot more premium than before with the IP67 rating. Now let's talk a little bit about the camera on the Galaxy S5. Samsung's fitted a new 16 megapixel camera sensor, and while that's not really a big deal, it's claimed that there are 3 really good features on the Galaxy S5. Now let's power up the camera, and one of the first things is the super fast autofocus, which is set to focus in only 0.3 seconds. Now that's really cool. Now secondly, Samsung's also introduced a new rich tone mode, which is said to be a lot better than before, and now also supports HDR on video recording. Nice. Now the last feature, and possibly the most interesting feature of the new Galaxy S5's camera, is what it calls selective focus. Now as the name implies, It adds depth to your photos by blurring out areas that are not in your subject. Let's try it out. So here. Obviously it takes some time since it wants to focus selectively, and now let's see how it looks. So as you can see, the focus is on the Galaxy Gear and at the back is blurred out. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Yep, there you go. And that's it for our quick first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy S5. Now if you enjoyed the video, do give us a thumbs up or leave a comment about what you think of the Galaxy S5 in the comment section below. Ultimately, subscribe to Louder TV for the latest and greatest from our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.